Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I was very close friends with Shua Ray, who was really carrying the organization on his back, and spent a number of hours talking to him about what he was doing and the lives that Madraigos was saving and changing. And I just wanted to get involved, and both Suri and I were supporting it financially. And a couple of years ago, we were approached about the counseling center, and I thought that that was a much needed project. And Suri and I undertook to get it started, hoping that the community would support it and it would become self-funding after 2 or 3 years.
I was very impressed with the work of Madraigos. My overwhelming feeling was, about 15 years ago, our family could have used an organization like Madraigos. We were going through a difficult time and we were drowning. We didn't have anyone to turn to, and doors were slamming in our faces and slamming in our child's face. It was really a hard time, and I'm so glad that Madraigos is around today to help those families, because that support is so necessary.
You know, my parents went through a tremendous amount of trauma in their lives. Both Holocaust survivors lost a number of family members. They would greatly appreciate knowing and being part of helping kids. My mother was an amateur therapist, unlicensed, who dispensed advice to her friends on a regular, constant basis, and I think would appreciate what therapy and counseling services can do for someone. And dedicating the counseling center in their memory, I think they would appreciate tremendously. And Suri and I are happy to do it. And just to be clear, tonight is not about us in any way, shape, or form. This really is a mechanism for carrying on their legacy and bringing schus to them.
The counseling center at Madraigos was just the perfect fit. Since Madraigos started, we've always had clinical services, and what's hindered the growth and efficiency of the growth was the fact that we had built these relationships and we had to refer them out. So we started asking ourselves, what if we would do the therapy quicker, faster, and more developed already, since we're already such a part of the community?
The Madraigos Midwest Counseling Center services the preteens, teens, and emerging adults of our community with affordable therapy. All of our clinicians are highly trained, warm, caring, non-judgmental, empathetic, and have already been such a huge resource to so many of the kids in our community.
It's the only exclusively from counseling center and clinic for teens in the Midwest, which is something amazing that Chicago can boast to have.
Literally from the minute we opened up the counseling center, even before, we had principals and parents calling us. Like, we filled up so quickly. People are so excited about this idea.
At Madraigos, we wanted our community to be able to access therapy from people who understood their religious background, their cultural sensitivities, without compromising on the quality of care.
Providing an affordable program with a sliding scale which ranges from $25 to $135 an hour, and a program that takes insurance now makes this service available to many, many, many more people. It's an organization, and it's people, and it's therapists who care. It's not people doing this to get a paycheck or for a fee, it's for the community.
And Madraigos sees clients across the spectrum of the Jewish community for every issue that you can imagine. And they understand every type of issue and every type of client that comes in.
There are clients that come from every single day school in the city, and the dispersal of kids, it's fairly proportional. Nobody's immune to pain. Nobody's immune to the problems out there. There are needs, and Madraigos fills that need.
The tremendous generosity of Joey and Suri will enable Madraigos to take this counseling center and really bring it to the next level. People that weren't taking advantage of some of the things that Chicago has to offer, now we have something in their backyard with tremendously talented people at the helm, and it really brings a new horizon to Chicago's mental health.
Their contribution to the chesed and the charity in the city is something that's almost second to none. Quiet, unassuming, but very, very, very impactful. When we spoke originally for them to be able to open up this clinic and they understood the need, they were so proud to want to get involved, to be able to really make an impact for all the young adults in our community.
One of the things I've heard from Joey and Suri is how can we make our Jewish community a community that is more dedicated to growth. And I see this in many different expressions, many different outlets, but here you have an organization dedicated to the spiritual and social growth of the most important component of the Chicago community, the youth, the next leaders. And if we don't give them the tools, then anything we support in our community is ultimately not going to succeed.
Joey and Suri Stern, aside from having hearts of gold, have tremendous wisdom and insight. And it's because of this wisdom and insight that the dream of the counseling center has become a reality.
They want to see the community as a whole do well. And that's the same thing that Madraigos wants. Madraigos wants the community as a whole to be healthy, functioning people.
Without them, we as a community really wouldn't be where we are today. What they're giving us is so crucial to the health and wellness of our children, of our community. It's beyond words. We should all recognize together the importance of what is happening right here, right now.
You know, people ask, what is our responsibility to take care of someone else's kid? From a moral perspective, Kol Yisrael Arevim Zelazat, every single kid in this community is ours. We're responsible for every kid in this community. And if we don't help them, we're responsible for the ultimate outcome. And as a member of this community, I would have a hard time sleeping at night knowing that there are kids out there who could be helped and we let them down.
One of the things that Joey and I hope will come out of this is conversation and dialogue and discussion. We want the stigma to go away. We can no longer shove these issues under the rug. Your kids deserve your all-out support, and Madraigos is there for you, for your children, and the more we talk about it and the more we discuss it, the better.